You probably know Krept and Conan for their musical genius, but what you don't know is how they secretly built a multi-million pound genius brand called Nala's Baby. So in this video, I'm going to break down how they've managed to do this and how you could replicate their process even if you're not a celebrity, right? Because this isn't just about how celebrities launched another product, it's about how emotional connection, cultural precision, and authentic storytelling can build a multi-million pound movement that outplays established industry giants that have dominated the space for decades. So now let's move quick into it. One thing that has made Nala stand out is because it was launched from love, not just opportunity. It was named after their daughter, Nala. This brand began with deeply personal frustration of not finding safe products they trusted for their child, especially as Black parents in the UK. And it was a relatable pain point. When Krept and Sasha couldn't find baby products they fully trusted, they didn't complain. They spotted an opportunity, a problem, and decided to leverage on it. And by that, they created a purpose-driven solution. That is one thing I always tell people. If you have a frustration with a specific industry, that might be an opportunity for you to do that. And how do I know this? I built and sold 2 brands for $128 million. I'm building a watch brand to $100 million, and I'm documenting it with my mentees, right? And I do have a community where I share more insights. So if that is something that you're interested in, definitely check out the pinned comment of this video or DM me apply on Instagram at ecomwithabdul, and let's see if you're a good fit. So moving forward, they built with certification and cultural precision, right? It was certified organic and vegan, so their products meets the highest standard possible. And it was also an award-winning formulation. Their back-end development prioritized effectiveness and gentleness, which ended up creating formulas that earned industry accolades, right? And they created an inclusive form of marketing. So by featuring diverse families, present fathers, and real parenting moments, Nala's Baby made all parents feel seen in a category that has historically underrepresented many communities. A brand that wants to win, a brand that wants to succeed has to be inclusive. You can't just have one type of person, right? If you look at every brand that I've done a breakdown on, Rihanna's, Fenty, Kim Kardashian's, Kim's, and every brand that has ended up succeeding, they've all done this very, very well. And it was premium, yet still accessible. The brand achieved the delicate balance of aspirational aesthetics with accessible pricing, which made quality baby care democratic without sacrificing their brand elevation. This is a masterclass on how to build a brand that is built to scale and still be sold. So, direct-to-consumer launch. It started with controlled online sales to build community feedback loops and establish product market fit before wider distribution. And then they moved into the next phase, which was limited releases. So they created anticipation through carefully timed product drops that built scarcity, that allowed for their production to be managed and scaled at a pace they determine, which then makes them move into the next phase, which is retail partnerships. They didn't just stay online, they expanded to Boots, Tesco, and Superdrug once the brand had established sufficient demand and operational capabilities. Because most brands just decide to stay online and make it D2C, but D2C is just the first phase. When you do this properly, you're going to be able to scale. And omnichannel growth. They didn't focus on just one platform. They maintained direct relationship with customers while leveraging retail partners for broader accessibility. So partnerships could work when you find out that someone has more distributions than you. And the ways brands scale is through distribution. So this is their content strategy that has made this very, very viable for them. Authentic storytelling. I call it story selling. If you sell with the right story, you're going to have people who buy into the vision and the mission of the brand. And that's one thing you also want to do. You want to leverage this, and I teach my mentees that if you're building a brand, you need to focus on what moves the heart. It's only when the heart is moved that makes their hands swipe the card, right? Community building. you can't sell if you don't have the right community. So they created spaces for parents to connect and share experiences, and then they also create educational content by helping parents navigate ingredients and skin sensitivities, right? This made their brand very, very successful. So it's not just about being an influencer or being a celebrity. No, they did something that most brands fail to do, which is building that emotional connection. Now, ownership structure, their goal was to move from just being creators or influencers or entertainers into being founders and having their own stake. I always say you will never get rich selling your time for money, but you will get wealthy by having equity in something, right? Unlike celebrity endorsed brands where famous faces merely license their name, Krept and Sasha maintain majority stake and ownership of Nala's babies, and then they made sure they had corporate level operations, right? Behind the scenes, the company operates with sophisticated business infrastructure, combining the agility of a startup with the operational excellence of established corporations. You need to build your business in such a way that even if you were going to sell it tomorrow, everything is in place. Your systems, your operations, the people, the right A players are on board, and the vision is mapped out. Then long-term value building, right? By prioritizing equity over quick licensing deals, the founders are creating generational wealth and maintaining control over the brand's direction and values. This is like something most people don't understand. Most celebrities would rather just take up licensing deals with certain brands, but they don't have ownership. However, Krept and Sasha did the opposite. They kept something that has the right structure in place, and they also have operational control. So this is the back end that delivers product excellence, right? They had good skin safe formulations. Then they also have clean ingredient standards, sustainable packaging, and parent approved performance, right? So they know that children have very, very sensitive skin and developed something that was great for kids. It was also free from harmful chemicals, and they also made environmentally conscious materials their packaging, and they used the reviews and feedback from actual parents to develop something that actually worked, right? So this is the true genius as why Nala Babies is successful, because they leverage branding and storytelling, and also the product actually works, right? By the way, understand this, cultural alignment can never be faked. So whether you're a celebrity or not, representation in marketing really, really matters, and they did that by having a diversified family in their brand and storytelling. They also have authentic voice, which resonates a lot with today's parents, and their genuine commitment to inclusivity and safety is why their brand is successful, right? So what legacy brands couldn't replicate was Nala's cultural alignment, right? So there's P&G, and then there are several other brands that exist, but they don't have this alignment that Krept and Conan have been able to build, and that is why they have succeeded so far, right? But this is what you need to nail if you want to build a successful brand. 1 is the product market fit. 2 is the brand narrative. 3, strategic distribution. And then 4, omnichannel scale, right? If you have all those 4 things in place, then for sure, you're going to make a hell lot of money. So yes, this is the future of authentic marketing, right? And that is something that Nala's Baby has demonstrated consistently. So brand building isn't about the brand who shouts the loudest. It's about who builds the deepest trust and delivers on it consistently. So what kept them going is their strategy was rooted in emotion and executed with precision. So as you can see, this is why Krept and Conan have been able to build something very, very successful with Nala's Baby. And if you want to learn how to build a successful e-commerce brand that has the right operations that you can build, scale, and sell eventually, then check the pinned comment to apply for my community, and let's see if you're a good fit. Or DM me the keyword mentor on Instagram at ecom with Abdul, and we'll see if you're a good fit. By the way, make sure you check out this video where I did a breakdown of how Central C is quietly building a £100 million brand. I'll see you in the next video and subscribe to the channel.